It is that time of year where everybody tries to predict how good baseball teams are going to do this season, where teams are going to rank in their division, everything like that. Who's going to win the World Series? P.S. It's going to be the Mets. But today, in honor of the Mets' first preseason game, we are going to be doing a tier list of where I think every team will end up in their division. So 1 to 5 in each of their respective divisions. So number 1 is the division winner, and number 5 is the division loser. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Comment down below your World Series matchup prediction or your um how good your team's gonna do this year, anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please subscribe for more accurate rankings like these, and let's get right into it. All right, so we're briefly gonna look at every team's lineup before we like rank them, if that makes sense. So American League East is the first division we're gonna do. That is the Blue Jays, Red Sox, Yankees, Rays, and Orioles. So here we go. The Blue Jays lineup, here it is. Obviously Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is probably their best player. They did lose Bo Bichette, who's really good. Bo Bichette, who's really good on offense. This team's looking solid. Obviously, they were just in the World Series. Lost to the Dodgers. There's their rotation, and then the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson, a lot of speed. They just got Pete Alonso from the Mets, unfortunately. And then Adley Rutschman. Outside of that, it's not crazy to me. But Jackson Holiday, a good prospect, isn't going to start playing for a little bit of the start of the season. Tampa Bay Rays, I think, is probably the weakest lineup in this group. Gavin Lux, former Dodger. Cedric Mullins has some good speed in the outfield. He could cover a lot of ground. Yeah, this just not a good team. And then the Red Sox are one of those teams that I think are underrated this year. Um, I just think they are. I feel like they're going to do better than a lot of people say they are, but we'll have to see what they do. And then here's the New York Yankees. Um, they have why is it acting like that? They have Aaron Judge. Obviously, they just got Cody Bellinger. That was really their only move that they did. But yeah, so there's the AL East um lineups. We're not going to go too into detail on lineups. It's just going to be kind of opinion based. But first place in that division, I'm going to say it's the Blue Jays again. I think they will win that division. They're probably the best looking team on paper, at least. Obviously, just in the World Series, they're going to be looking for some revenge, so I'm going to go with them. Second place, I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think with the Red Sox and the Yankees, but I guess I'll put the Yankees there. I don't like the Yankees at all, but they'll probably be that. I just have a gut feeling they're going to miss the playoffs, but I could be wrong. So there's the Yankees. Red Sox are third. I could see them winning second place, though. Like I said, I think they're going to be a really underrated team, a lot more underrated than a lot of people think they are. So, yeah, there's that. And then number 4, I have the Baltimore Orioles. They have some good players, but this is just kind of a stacked division at the end of the day. And I feel like they're the fourth best team in it. I think second, third, and fourth are going to be a lot closer than people think, but I do think the Toronto Blue Jays will win the division, and I am 100% set stone on the Tampa Bay Rays being last. I don't think they have a good team at all, so we'll have to see. But this is my AL East, AL right? Okay, just make sure. American League East Division standings. All right, next up we have the AL Central, starting with the Guardians. Jose Ramirez is one of the most underrated players in baseball. He's a really good player. Then there's their rotation for the Kansas City Royals. Salvador Perez is a really good catcher. I think Bobby Witt Jr., obviously younger player, he's playing really well. Tigers, they are a stacked team. Um, yeah, that's not much to that. Schoolball is a really good pitcher, obviously. Verlander's a veteran. Valdez is good too. And then the Twins, Byron Buxton. Outside of that, they don't spend money on this team, which is unfortunate. And then the White Sox are the White Sox. So as far as the tier list goes for that division, I have the Tigers at 1. Um, let's see, Royals. Ooh, it's tough for number 2. I'm gonna go Guardians at 2. I think Guardians at 2, and then White Sox at 5. Twins at 4. Royals at 3. I think the Twins could be decent, but they just didn't spend a lot of money this offseason. This is a division that has a lot of upside, if you ask me. So I think it's going to be close, but I don't know. I just think the Twins didn't spend a lot of money. The White Sox are still rebuilding. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. And then the Tigers, they were pretty good last year. Guardians are solid, especially with Jose Ramirez, and the Royals are like a middle of the pack, but they're going to be above average. They'll make a playoff push. So, all right, next up we have the AL West. Um, the Angels are really bad. Besides Mike Trout, this is not a good team at all. The rotation's pretty weak. Astros, they're cheaters. I don't like them. They're solid on paper though. Athletics, um, I mean they're better. They're still not that great. Max Muncy's there. Jeff McNeil's there. Jacob Wilson. Team's better. Severino. They made moves which I respect before they go to Vegas. And then the Mariners, they're definitely the best team in this division. Cal, Raleigh, Julio, Rodriguez, they're definitely the best team. Rangers are solid, but they're not the greatest. Jacob DeGrom is a good pitcher, obviously, really good pitcher. Um, yeah. So in terms of standings for that division, um, we'll definitely put the Angels last because outside of Mike Trout, they don't have anything there. Athletics go fourth. Rangers go third, Astros go second, and Mariners go first. I think that's the most logical order. Um, 1 and 2 could switch, maybe 3 and 4, but I think the Angels are going to be the worst team in the division unless the Athletics like seriously go downhill. The Angels are going to be the worst in the division for sure. All right, next up, we have the NL East. We have the Atlanta Braves. This is a really good division, I think, for the most part, the 3 teams. Obviously, Ronald Acuna, Matt Olson, Austin Riley, Albies has speed. Chris Sale's a veteran. Spencer Strider. And then for the Marlins, I think they're a weaker team for sure. Looking at their lineup, take a look there. Um, Sandy's a good pitcher, though. And then the Mets, my Mets, Francisco Lindor might not be available first game or two. Hopefully he is. Then we have Juan Soto, Bo Bichette, Jorge Polanco, Luis Robert Jr., Brett Beatty, Marcus Simon, Francisco Alvarez, and Tyrone Taylor. Rotation does need to get better a bit, but Freddie Peralta is our number one, and Nolan McLean. Nationals, they're bad, but they're not terrible. And they are. Yeah, the Nationals are pretty bad, definitely. Phillies are I don't like them. Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber. I thought. Oh no, they released Nick. I get those two mixed up. Nick Castellanos and Kyle Schwarber. Um, yeah, JT Romano is a really good catcher too. Tweaked up their batting order a bit. But here are my standings for that division. I think the Nationals are 5, Marlins at 4, and then 1 to 3 is going to be a battle. I think the Braves are second, Phillies are third, Mets are first. I think that's how it's ultimately going to shape out. Many people might not agree with me on the top 3, but I think the Mets will win the division. I could confidently say that 98%. Braves and Phillies close second. Ronald Acuna goes crazy to take that second spot. Next up, we have right here, right here. Um, the Brewers. There's their lineup. And then we have the Cardinals. There's their lineup. This is an interesting division for sure. I think the Cubs are probably the best team in it, right? And Pirates got a little better, but still not great, I guess. So Pirates at 5. No, Cardinals at 5. Wait, let me see their lineup again, real quick. The Cardinals. I just went right over 5. 5 Pirates at 4. They'll do a little better, and then the 3 spot. Ooh, this is tough here. This is really tough. Hmm. Who's better? I think the Cubs will win the division. Um, but I'm looking at either Brewers or Reds. Brewers are a little bit older. Where's the Reds? They're down here. Um, it's really close, dude. It's really close. Ellie's really good. I gotta go Brewers. I think the Brewers are second, Reds are third. And then this division, I think, is going to be pretty easy to predict. You got the D backs, Corbin Carroll, um, Dodgers with their $1 billion lineup, Shohei, Kyle, Mookie, Freddie, Will. It's crazy because, like, these five would be stars, instant, like, stars on other teams, but they're all on one team, which is crazy. Same with the pitchers, dude. Like, Shohei at 4. Like, obviously he's great. Giants. Padres are tough. Tatis, Machado. Now they got Nick Castellanos, Xander Bogaerts, Miguel. Rockies are terrible. So this is kind of an easy prediction for me. Rockies at 5. D-backs or Giants? Probably the Giants. Ideally, D-backs. D-backs or Giants? Who's worse? Um, it's close. I think the Diamondbacks are better. And then Padres at 2 and Dodgers at 1. But comment down below who you think is going to win each division. So my division winners are the Blue Jays, Tigers, Mariners, Mets, Cubs, and Dodgers. Comment down below what you agree with, what you're different on. I hope you guys enjoy this MLB episode. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Mets. Take it easy.